Hey guys, we got Captain Frank here. This is Dylan Hubbard from Hubbard's Marina, and we're going to talk a little bit about hogfish today. You ready, Frank?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, so let's go into first your secret tackle for the hogfish. All right.
All right.
So show us what you recommend.
Here we go. We got two different rig setups that we use. The first is the naked ball jig. This is the absolute easiest way to go here. A couple things we do to the naked ball jig real quick that you can to improve its lifespan is a lot of guys will take the ring splitters, open this up, and change this hook out to a little bit stronger hook. You don't have to, but I kind of like it. You can also take a little bit of super glue, put it right on these threads if you want to. You don't have to, but it adds to the longevity of the bucktail of it. So
yeah, I know Christina was doing that for a long time, and it keeps that feather on a little longer.
That's true. That's exactly what it does. And again, once that feather's gone, I wouldn't even sweat it. Keep using the jig. You don't have to tie on another one. But that's the primary setup right there for a naked ball jig. All you got to do is tie it onto your leader. And I like to encourage a 30-pound leader. I think 20 is a little on the light side. You can absolutely get by with it if you know what you're doing, and you can swing a hogfish without hitting that railing as you're coming in the boat. But a 30-pound, you know, if the hogfish doesn't mind all this chains and hooks and lead like that, they're not going to worry about 30-pound versus 20-pound. I don't believe it.
Very cool. Do you recommend a loop knot on that naked ball jig, or you just tie straight uni knot or
I
clinch
tie
knot?
a straight uni knot, but you can do any one of them. I've seen them done every which way. I don't like the loop knot on the next the knocker rig we're going to show you, and that's because sometimes that loop knot will get twisted up in there. But that's
6 to 1, half a dozen of another.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So here's our other rig here. Now let me go on to what size beads we have here. These are 8mm.
Does that matter?
Well, that's the size that I like.
Okay,
so,
8mm, and they got to be red. Got to be red.
So, I've seen people use every different color, and I've seen more caught on the red ones, but I see the red ones being used more. So does the color matter? Not really sure. And then what I'm pairing it with is the Owner 4/0.
All right, 4/0 hooks.
Yeah, and some people like the 3s, some people like 5s. I wouldn't go a whole lot much smaller or bigger than that, but they are the laser point or laser cut, and they're super sharp. And
the ones we carry in the office.
We do carry these in the office. All this stuff we carry in the office. So,
yeah, the beads, the naked ball jigs,
right.
the hooks, the weights, we got it all.
And here's the setup we use. Now I like to put 4 beads on there. Smokey swears on 5. I see some people use 3, but I think it's just the clacking of the beads that may
the clickety clack.
The clickety clack, maybe. And this one's a 2-ounce lead. I use anywhere from a 1 to a 2. If it's under certain circumstances, you might have to use a 3, but usually the 2 is gonna get you through it. So
1 to 2 ounce lead, even up to 3 if the current's running bad.
That's right.
4 to 5, maybe even 6 red beads. Don't go crazy.
I think that's too crazy, Dylan.
All right, 4 red beads is Frank's favorite.
30 pound again. I use 30 pound mono and 30 pound braid myself.
So who gets credit for that rig? I know Smokey was trying to claim credit.
Well, Dylan, I just don't honestly know how that all came about. As far as I know, Smokey was kind of the first person I've seen use it.
Yeah.
But those red beads were on some of the double hook rigs that people used to use, and we just thought, hey, why the heck not? And he put them together. And
can you show that rig one more time?
Sure.
The knocker rig.
Yeah, we got
So
it.
it's essentially a knocker rig with 4 to 5 red beads, 8mm red beads, and the knocker rig means the egg sinker is just free floating on the main line. So that egg sinker is unrestricted travel up and down the leader. That's what you're talking about, right?
That's it. Just like that.
Very cool.
All right. So
Now,
a lot of people had asked, now how do you fish it?
Exactly.
That's probably your next question.
My next question,
right.
How do you fish it?
So it's actually quite easy. I'm going to show you. I've got a rod over here set up, and this is the way I had it set up with 3 beads. I think I was just out of beads that day. I would have gone 4.
You would have gone 4.
Yeah, I was running low. So, and I think I've got an 1.5 ounces on there. Again, it just varies each trip by the current. And
so lighter or slower currents, you use a lighter weight. Heavier current, you'll use a little heavier weight.
That's right. And I'm using the 30-pound braid, 30-pound leader, and it's super easy. I use a 2500 Daiwa Saltus. You can get
also available in the shop.
Also available in the shop. You can range up to 4,000. I wouldn't go a whole lot heavier than the 4,000. I've seen a lot of guys bringing out those 6,000s, and they get tired pretty quick. It's a little heavier reel, but super easy to use. Just hook the. Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Throw a shrimp on there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have a shrimp on there.
Yeah. So live shrimp is the hogfish kind of preference.
Hopefully, I don't embarrass myself and lose the shrimp overboard. Because I see a lot of people doing that.
Let us see how you hook that shrimp.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what? For the amateurs, let's show them how to take it out of the bucket.
Okay.
If you go in there and try to grab your shrimp like this, they're going to click and clack all over, and they're going to shoot all around, and you're going to have a hard time getting them out of there. But if you just go in there and close your hand real slow, they can't move. They can't move on you.
They can't move on you.
They can't flick you now because they got that little barb in the front. Can you see that?
Yep.
And then they got that one on the tail, and they'll spook you if you haven't done this very often before. Super easy. I like to go in from one side of the shrimp tail right through the other. Some people like to bite the tail off. Some people like to tear it off. Some people just like to leave it like that. It's all up to you.
So that's in the side.
That's
so a
right.
lot of people like going underneath the bottom of the shrimp and out the top.
Some people do.
You prefer it from the side.
I do it both ways, Dylan.
Okay, I like underneath the shrimp and out the top personally.
Okay.
But you're saying it works both ways.
Each their own.
All right.
Super easy. I bring it right to the tip. I get more distance that way, and I'm slinging that lead out there.
Never overhand cast.
No,
always
you're not
under.
allowed to overhand cast on this boat. It's not allowed.
Always underhand.
You can slide that thing out there.
So are you casting for distance?
You know, I do kind of go for distance, but if I see hogfish coming up right next to the side of the boat, I'm surely not going to throw it out there as far as I can.
I got you.
I'll drop them straight down. I let it sink all the way down to the bottom. Bring my line taut, and just pull up one time, and let that egg sinker sink back down. And when I do that, I draw in the line tight, and then I'll pull it again. Same thing.
So
real tight.
Cast out, let the lead hit the bottom,
right.
Retrieve the slack till the line is tight.
So the line's, you see it's tight. My rod's even bending because I've got it just taut, and that's how you're going to feel that bite.
Tight enough to feel the lead, but not tight enough to disturb it on the bottom.
Sometimes they'll hammer it. A lot of times they hammer it when you just do that lift up and bang, he's on there. You reel as fast as you can to get that hook set in him.
Yeah.
And,
so cast it out, let it hit bottom, retrieve the slack until the line is tight enough to feel the lead but not disturb it. Lift the rod tip up, let it sit. Then about 30 to 60 seconds, lift the rod tip up again, retrieve the slack.
Right.
Keep repeating that process.
And if you're feeling it, sometimes you can get a couple jerks in there just to get a little attention, get those beads clicking around.
Yeah.
And that works too. I do. It all varies.
So the idea is to basically cast out and then kind of walk that lead back to the boat.
That's right. And once I get pretty close, especially if they're not catching the hogfish right next to the boat, I'll reel it right in, because when you're using that light of a lead, and you have a lot of people that are using rental rods with 3 and 4 ounce leads that are straight down, you don't want to get involved with the tangle with that.
Yeah.
So you just get it back in and do it again. I didn't get a hogfish this time, but maybe next time. So same thing. I draw the lead up near the tip, not right on the tip, but you'll get a heck of a lot more distance that way.
It's that time of year. It's nice and cool out. The fall wintertime period where we got these hogfish close to shore, and we're going out today hog fishing in around 30 to about 80 foot of water. We're gonna go target some of those hogfish on these near shore ledges, rock piles, and we're hunting for some big hogfish.
Get set up on this thing. We'll be fishing again here in about 30 minutes.
Bottom machine's looking fishy. So.
Look at this. Woo!
Yeah.
Get it up, baby.
Beautiful.
Take them.